Hello, Tyler Ford here, Tucson, Arizona with eXp Realty, and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection. And in this episode, hot off the press, I'm going to be talking about the Tucson Housing Market Report for June 2021. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you can scroll down, and in the show notes there's a link to my blog, which will take you over to the full report. And in that full report, you can dive deep into all the numbers. I'm just going to hit and highlight a few key indicators that I like to look at for the Tucson Housing Market Report for June 2021. And I've been a licensed agent in Tucson for going on 30 years. And typically in Tucson and Phoenix, things slow down right around the 4th of July in through the first couple weeks of September. Temperatures are heating up. People just aren't as active because it's hot outside. And then also families and individuals go on vacation for 4th of July, up to when school gets back in. So it's a really good time for, buyers to, especially in this market. I have noticed that things are sitting a little bit longer than normal, and that's just kind of a gut feeling in some of my listings and even talking to other agents. Even though the numbers aren't revealing that, I just do have a sense and a feel that, things have slowed down a little bit. And the big thing that I've noticed is people aren't chasing the top end of the market like they were, in the spring, where we were getting multiple offers and people driving up prices. So I have noticed that things have slowed down slightly. So if you're a buyer there, being patient and sitting on the sidelines, not a bad thing. But again, things do typically slow down a little bit from the 4th of July in through probably the second week of September. So I'm going to dive deep into some of the numbers and key indicators that I like to look at. The first number I want to talk about is percentage of lists. And I've been a licensed agent for going on 30 years here in Tucson. And in all of 30 years, I've not seen the percentage of list over 100%. We're going on the fourth consecutive month where the percentage of list price is over 100%. So when a seller lists their home, they're getting over 100%. And in June 2021, the percentage of list was 101.9%. So sellers were getting 1.9% over the list price for June 2021. So how long is it taking somebody to sell a house from the time that they list it until the time that it goes under contract? And that is what is called average days on market. And average days on market is not from time listed to the time sold, but rather from the time listed until the property goes under contract. So the average days on market here in Tucson for single family homes is 12 days. So on average, when a home is listed, it's going under contract within 12 days. And for townhomes and condos, the average days on market is 9 days. So if you're a seller and you're pricing a home correctly, you can anticipate that it's going to go under contract fairly quickly. So buyers out there, you've got to be quick. You got to be ready to go, pre-qualified, and ready to jump on listings when they become available and write offers to have a chance at getting a home under contract. Because again, single family homes, 12 days, and townhomes and condos, the average days on market is 9. So in Tucson, home prices continue to rise. And so anytime you have more demand than supply, prices are going to go up. Economics 101. And this month, again, the average sales price on both townhomes and condos did go up. So in the month of June 2021, the average sales price of a single family home was $426,338 for single family homes. And for townhomes and condos, it was $245,425. And that is year over year, a percentage change, appreciation rate on single family homes here in Tucson of 37% for single family homes, and townhomes and condos year over year, townhomes and condos appreciated by 23.8%. So again, supply and demand, lack of inventory, more buyers than sellers. It's continuing to drive prices up. To put this all into perspective, I want to talk about months of inventory. And how you arrive at months of inventory is you take the previous month's homes that sold, and then you divide it by the number of homes that are currently listed and active for sale. And that number would tell you how long it would take for all the homes to be sold if no other homes were listed in the MLS. And this number is as low as I've ever seen it. A normal months of supply is a couple months. So anywhere from maybe 2 to 3 months of homes available in terms of months of supply. And so in June 2021, the month's supply of inventory was 0.7 months of inventory, which is right around anywhere from like 16 to 17 days, meaning that if there were no homes listed in the MLS, within 17 days, all the homes would be sold and there'd be no other homes for sale in the MLS. So 0.7 was the month supply of inventory for June 2021. Okay, the big number that I always look at each and every month and I track is how much inventory is listed in the MLS. And until we start to see inventory levels trend up, we are going to be in a seller's market. And a normal supply and demand in Tucson in terms of inventory listed is around, in the mid 2,000 upward to the mid 3,000 range. 2,500 to maybe 3,500 homes for sale is a healthy supply and demand. And pre-COVID, we were already below, we already had an inventory shortage, and then COVID hit and it just accelerated the reduction in inventory levels. And again, this is the number that's been driving the market, supply and demand. There's far more demand than there is supply and just lack of inventory. And so for June 2021, there were 901 active single-family homes listed in all of Pima County in the MLS for single-family homes, 901. And then for townhomes and condos, there's only 118 active townhomes and condos listed for sale. So again, I feel your frustration if you're a buyer out there, and it's just because lack of inventory driving this market. So as a buyer, one of the things you can do is just be patient. At some point, this market will correct and shift, and inventory levels will go up, which will put you back in the driver's seat in terms of being able to negotiate price, get seller concessions, and just not chasing deals at the top end of this market. So, or as a buyer, you can be patient and just save up more money. The last thing you want to do, in my opinion, in this market right now as a buyer is VA or FHA, low money down, and you don't have enough money in reserves to weather a storm when and if this market does correct. So again, story continues to be lack of inventory driving this market and putting upward pressure on prices. If you're buying or selling a home, we'd love to help. And keep in mind, we've got a 16-foot box moving truck. So if you use us to buy or sell a home, more than welcome to use our truck. And even after you buy or sell a home, you're more than welcome to use our truck to move appliances, go pick things up at Home Depot or Lowe's if you're doing a remodel or something like that. So just keep in mind, we've got a 16-foot box moving truck if you use us to buy or sell a home. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give me an internet high five by liking the video. You can also subscribe for more awesome videos about living in Tucson, your Tucson real estate connection. And if you have any questions about the Tucson housing market, go ahead, comment below, and we will get back to you. Again, thanks for watching.